This is it guys, the all-new 6th generation Honda CR-V here in Malaysia. The new model is bigger, more modern, more premium as well, but obviously is also more expensive. So let's take a closer look. Pricing now starts at 158,000 ringgit. That is about 10,000 more than the previous version. But that is because even the basic variant right now has a turbocharged engine. The older, cheaper 2-litre NA version is no more. New for this generation is a 2-litre NA eHEV hybrid system. More on that later. On to styling, the new version clearly looks far more modern than before. You've got slimmer, sharper headlamps, bigger, bolder front grille, and overall it has a far edgier, blockier shape compared to the overly round last generation CR-V. At the back, again, it is edgier, far more premium than before, with the taillight shape having more than a passing resemblance to a Volvo SUV. That's perhaps not such a bad thing after all. This does have a far more modern look overall. If you were to put it side by side with the older version, I think the old one immediately looks a little bit old school, I think. If you get the hybrid version, you also get the full RS exterior package. This adds on the full underbody cladding, including, I might add, the mud flaps in body color. You also get the wheels as well as the front grille finished in gloss black for overall a much sportier look. Also exclusive to the hybrid is an upgraded headlight system with adaptive driving beam that adds on a small projector unit in the middle, whereas all the turbo units get the standard reflector LEDs only. The hybrid also adds on a pair of roof rails at the top. One funny thing about the hybrid is that while it may look like it has twin tailpipes, the one on the left is actually fake. The turbo version, however, has real twin tailpipes. Inside, the new CR-V looks very similar to the latest Honda Civic, which again is not such a bad thing. The material at the top of the dashboard is certainly very nice, really soft to the touch, but as you move further down, the plastics do get a little bit harder, a little bit scratchier as well. As standard, all variants get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with a dual-zone climate control system. At the bottom, all variants except for the base version gets a wireless charger that also includes a small little fan to cool down your smartphone as it charges wirelessly. But speaking of the lowest variant, by the way, you may want to avoid that one because it is pretty basic. You get fabric seats, no leather on the steering wheel. You also lose out on quite a few other features as well. If you go for the hybrid version, however, you do get quite a few upgrades. The instrument cluster will be full digital instead of half digital in the turbo versions. You'll also get a special key card that you can just slot in inside your wallet, which is pretty cool. And the speakers are also upgraded to 12-speaker Bose sound system. The premium sound system is making its way here to Malaysia for the very first time because even the 400,000 ringgit Civic Type R goes without that expensive option. Speaking of first, the CR-V is also Honda Malaysia's first model to get a full all-around view cameras and is available from the V and up. At the back, as usual, nothing in the same class can even come close to the level of spaciousness of the Honda CR-V. New to this generation, you can also slide the rear seats front or back, and the recline function now has 8 settings instead of just 2 in the old version. As usual, you get rear aircon vents as standard, but the rear windows don't go down all that far. Speaking of the windows, the RS hybrid version gets upgraded to double glazed windows at the front for a much quieter cabin. Even the wheels on the RS actually has a resonator to make the cabin quieter overall. A powered tailgate is standard on the CR-V from the E variant and up, and for the new version it is also much quicker, much more quiet compared to the old version. As for the boot, it is also much bigger at nearly 600 litres now, and under the floor is still a full-size spare tyre. But as usual, if you buy the hybrid version, you get a tyre repair kit instead. Under the bonnet, which by the way has gas struts finally, has the same 1.5 litre VTEC turbo engine as before. Here it makes 193 PS and 243 Newton meters. That's exactly the same as before, but the CVT has been tweaked slightly for even quicker response. Both the S and the E variants are front-wheel drive and they go from 0 to 100 in about 9.7 seconds. The V all-wheel drive is a little bit slower at 10.4 seconds instead. All new is the hybrid version, which gets a 2-litre naturally aspirated Atkinson cycle engine that's paired together with a big electric motor. Here it makes up to 335 Newton meters of torque and it can get from 0 to 100 in just 9 seconds flat. Obviously, the hybrid version is also a lot more efficient compared to the regular turbo version, and Honda claims it can average as low as 5 litres per 100 kilometers or as high as 20 kilometers per litre. That's around 30% more efficient compared to the regular turbo version. So for now, the hybrid really is a big upgrade over the turbo. It's much quicker and it's far more efficient as well, finally befitting of its flagship status within the range. As for safety, the new CR-V is excellent across the board as well. You get 8 airbags as standard across the entire range, which includes knee airbags for both the front passengers. You also have full Honda sensing ADAS active safety systems across the entire range, which is fantastic to know. And of course, it also gets the full 5-star ASEAN NCAP crash safety rating. The only safety feature that is not standard across the range is Honda Lane Watch. That is from the E variant and up. So this is it guys, the all-new 2024 Honda CR-V. Should this still be your default SUV for the family? Let me know in the comment section below. For now, thank you for watching and stay safe everyone.